I ain't never missed my cue.
What's up, guys? This is Ryan Fitterman with the Fitterman and Friends podcast. Today I'm here with a longtime friend of the company, my boy Shawn Kemp. Hey, how are you today? Thank you for coming to Houston.
Thank you, Ryan. Good to see you again, as always.
Yes, sir. It's great to see you. Thank you for coming to Houston and meeting the fans. It's always a pleasure to work with you. 6-time NBA All-Star. I'm a 90s basketball guy. I think it's one of the greatest eras of sports ever.
Right.
You were surprised and ran into Rodman today in the office. You guys had a hell of a rivalry, you know, playing in the 90s and in the finals in 96. So when's the last time you saw Rodman, and what'd you guys chop it up about today?
Well, I see Dennis sometimes. It shows some of his family lives in Seattle, so we still stay in contact and joke with each other a lot. Some of his kids are out there, so we joke about that stuff a lot. You know, it's just it's always good to come to Houston and be here. Great to see you. But I think me and Dennis mostly just talk about just having a good time, man, having fun, putting smiles on each other's faces. We seem to pop up a lot of places in the autograph shows and stuff, but just always good times with us, man.
Yeah, both you guys are full of energy and fan favorites. What was it like battling against him in 1996 finals? Sonics versus Bulls. I mean, that was one of the greatest eras of basketball, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, to take you back, well, I've been knowing Dennis for a long time. Back even when he was playing for the Pistons, when he won 3 rings, his first 3 rings, I got a chance to meet him back then. He's been a great guy back then, but to play against him, man, he's simply one of the best. And when I mean that, he is. We played against him in 96 in the championship with Jordan. I thought that Michael Jordan was the MVP, but Dennis Rodman should have been the MVP, I thought, because he played the best on our team. He's the one that really hurt us as a team-wise. We had no control for Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, yes, sir. So 1989, you're drafted out of high school.
Right.
I think before you, Moses Malone, right?
Yeah, it was only one other player that came out before me, which was Moses Malone. He was actually the first player to play in the NBA, but he actually played a little bit in the ABA before he got to the NBA. I'm actually the first player to go just from high school to the actual pros.
That's actually, it's pretty unbelievable. It's unheard of. And you came in the game and you started dominating right away.
Right.
I was actually watching highlights of you yesterday, and you literally dunked on and embarrassed everyone.
Right.
I mean, you could jump out of the gym.
No, absolutely. You're absolutely right. And that was kind of my intent. My intent was like just to take this challenge on, and you don't know anybody when you're coming in that young, so you just want to like challenge every single person, and that's kind of what I did then. Yeah,
you did do that. I mean, and there were some clips that were like, you should have seen Shawn Kemp in high school.
Right.
I mean, this dude was smashing on everybody. It transitioned to the league. You took the statement of posterizing people to a whole nother level. You would come down on a fast break, and at any time, at anywhere, GP's throwing the ball up to you, and you're just smashing it down, embarrassing anyone in the way.
Absolutely, and I think, I mean, we've done that generally for us to have success, but also for the fans to have a lot of fun with the game. And that's what it's about. I think you go out there, you play this game, but you also want people to be attracted to the game and put smiles on their faces. So you want to play this game with a certain style, and you want to be attracting to the fans when they'll come back and see more.
Yeah, you definitely knew how to bring the energy and get the fans involved in it. 6-time NBA All-Star, one of the most exciting players of the 90s. What do you think of today's game? I was speaking with Spud Webb earlier, who's the president of the G League team for the Mavericks, and he was saying how load management is just a joke. This is not something you guys ever even considered back in the day. What's your opinion on the state of basketball today?
Well, I mean, I think basketball is in a pretty good state. I think what happens is all of a sudden these salaries increase and people want to take away the practice times, a lot of the little responsibilities that the players have, and they can't do that. The players still got to go out and play these games. They should play in all 82 games. That's what their goal should be every season. They play in all 82 games. But just to entertain people, to go out and play with that true passion, to make people want to believe like they're right there watching basketball And I think sometimes that's what we miss from the NBA right now. It's not necessarily about talent. It's just about the true passion behind the player. We want to see the passion behind these players. Come on.
Yes, sir. So let's say it's 2024. Shawn Kemp's top prospect in high school. Okay. Do you think how the NIL rules have changed and you can actually obtain some extremely lucrative deals while playing college ball? Now day and age, does Shawn Kemp still go straight to the NBA and start dominating right away? Or does the attractiveness of the NIL deals and being recruited and paid very handsomely in college now, does this sway you to go a different direction?
No, I think with me, I would definitely go straight to the NBA still to this day. It doesn't matter about the money, it's about the competition as far as I'm concerned. And I think with most players, these younger guys, I mean, sure, they're going to make a few dollars in college, but it's really about making it to the pros and being successful, you know, and getting that confidence. So even though you can be successful in college and you can make a lot of money, but it's still really, their main goals is to be able to get to the professional ranks, to do that and make it consecutive year after year after year where they're very good, which is sometimes hard to do, but I'm sure that's every college player's goal.
If you had to name like a Mount Rushmore of dunkers, who would you say? I mean, I put you in one of the top, most fun, most exciting dunkers to watch in the 90s. Who would you say is some of your favorite?
Well, I think some of my good dunkers would probably, but I would start off. I would say Vince Carter comes to mind. But to start the list off, I would definitely start it off with Dominique Wilkins. You know, and with Dominique Wilkins, I would say Vince Carter would be one. You know, there's a lot of guys that when I go back and I start thinking about these dunks, like I say, man, Latrell Sprewell was great in the 90s. I mean, you had so many guys with athleticism. You had a guy that came from USC who played in the NBA for a short time. He had some knee injuries. He was Baby Jordan.
Harold Miner.
Yes,
sir. Miami Heat.
Yeah, I think Harold Miner was great. He used to bring a lot of energy to these games. That's what it's about. I think if it's anything that these players can do today, they should go back and see what some of the older guys did when players is bringing energy to the games. Not just dunks, but the energy is what enthuses the fans about the game of basketball.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%. What is Shawn Kemp doing nowadays? I know, or I believe you're in the cannabis business, correct?
I am. I do. I have several cannabis stores out in Seattle, Washington. We've done very well here in the last few years, so our business is going well. But I also do a lot of basketball camps. I'm in the community doing a lot of work with the homeless, a lot of stuff. Man, I've been busy in Seattle for the last 30 years doing a lot of in-city work, and it's fun. I mean, I enjoy doing it. My foundation is the one that supports the mental health, so we're constantly busy doing stuff around the city.
That's amazing. Well, I think we've been friends and working together for 10, 12 years.
Absolutely.
It's always a pleasure working with you. You bring a different energy to the room. I know the fans are always excited to be around you. So thank you again for an opportunity today. I'm grateful to have you in Houston. Thank you for coming on my podcast, and I look forward to working with you again soon.
Oh, absolutely, Ryan. I appreciate everything you've done for me and for the rest of the athletes. You know, I love you like a brother, man. So thank you.
Much love to you also. Thanks for coming out today.
Right on.
Nailed it.
I ain't